Hi, welcome back to the show. This is Dan Francis, also known as Mr. Go-To Guy, and this conversation we were having was I can't stand tabs. And it's not so much that I can't stand tabs, it's just that I can't stand when people don't use their tools properly. And basically what it is, my pet peeve, as you want to call it right now, is the fact that some people tend to use the space bar or other means, which there aren't really many other means other than the space bar. Sometimes they use the tab, like multiple tabs, to tab something that only needs to be tabbed once and then formatted. And it causes problems, actually. It causes problems when you're doing massive formatting of multiple pages. Where you can, spreadsheets or what have you that you're using, that you created in like InDesign, PageMaker, Quark. Yeah, I said PageMaker, so I took it back quite a few years to show you how long I've been doing this, okay? And Microsoft wow, Publisher, that's the program I'm thinking about. The fact of the matter is, Illustrator. The fact of the matter is that a lot of these programs now utilizes a tab format system. Here we're in InDesign. I showed you in the last video that we use Microsoft Word and how to set your tabs versus using the space bars. And I'll tell you something, if you want to get callbacks on projects and jobs or so, if you show clean work, and I'm going to say that again, if you show clean, precise work, it's almost guaranteed that you will get called back because they will respect the fact that you took the time to make sure that their work looks good and that anybody can get into it easily as necessary. So I'm not going to keep you for all this conversation. We're going to keep this one short because you're already seeing the work that was done in tabs in Microsoft Word, and it's basically universal all the way. So I already have some random information here set up in two text boxes. The top text box here is basically, I wonder if you can guess what I'm going to type. Ta-da! Tabs. Woohoo! Yay! Sound the fanfare. Okay, which means that this one have to be spaces, space bar, spaces. I'll put spaces. Okay. So those that's going to be looking at me like, is that grammatically correct? Well, it is right now, buddy. So here it is. So basically what happened is people tend to use space to do their dirty work. And I emphasize on the phrase dirty work. And what I'm doing is I'm just replicating that, and I'm putting in spaces, adding spaces in between. I'm not going to go through the whole muddling about trying to manually put it in. I'm just going to, well, I'm manually putting it in, but right now I'm just going to kind of just cheat my way through this because there's no reason we need to spend a lot of time on that now. And as you can see, yeah, how does that look to you? It looks like crap, doesn't it? It doesn't align properly. If you wanted it to align properly, there's cases where you have to cheat by using tracking, to get things to align better. If you see that the third line where it says NY for New York and where the hand tool is, I was just tracking it. And you can go in there and do that, but imagine for a fact that you have, let me think. Like I said in the last video, 300 pages that needed to be tabbed and formatted properly, and you have less than 10 minutes to hurry up and do it, print it out, and send it to the proofreader before she leaves for the night, and then you're stuck doing page layout without somebody to go through it. Well, it's bloody horrible, and it's a waste of time. And as we go here, that's just bad. This is bad. I'm going to just bad. Bad. Bold. I had to make it bold. Bad. So I go up here, and I've already put tabs in place, as you can see. Tabs, tab, tab. In fact, the fun thing about this is in InDesign and in Microsoft Word, you can show hidden characters. And booyah, there go, tabs. You see, these are the tabs right here. And this is a hard return. And here, you see these little dots are spaces. Now they won't print when you print, but the fact of the matter is that I just wanted to show you what it looks like behind the scenes, so to speak. So I'm going to hide the hidden characters now. You know what? Actually, I'm going to leave it there for a minute. I want you to see what happens. So we aligned everything down at the bottom. And what I'm going to do here is very simply, I'm going to Control A. Actually, I won't. I'm going to just select that amount. I'm in Adobe InDesign, and I press Shift Command T, and I have the tabs. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this up a little bit more. I have the tab ruler, and I can actually move that here. I'm going to expand this. Okay, wait. Actually, why do I want to expand that? I don't want to expand. I want to move that over. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I want this to align, say, let me use the margin guide, 10 inches right there. So here's your, if you hold the pointer over everything, over the top, as you hold the pointer over anything in most programs, it'll give you a little description of what it is. So you see that this is left, centered, right justified, aligned to decimal, other specified, character. I'm going to use right justified because I want actually this last line, which is going to be the zip code, to align precisely at 10 inches. Now you're looking at it and you're saying to yourself, oh wow, what happened? You know, everything just blew up. How does this make it look easier? Well, guess what? It still is easier. You know why it's easier? Because now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use the left justified tab. And I have, what, 4 columns? So if this is my first column over here, and this is the line in my last column, that means I got 2 more columns that I get to play with, which is, one, we'll put one here at 6. And we'll put one here at 8. Oops. I just realized something. It went a little bit further than I wanted it to. I just realized that. Sorry. I'm going to put one at 2. And I'll put one at 4. And that one that's all the way down at 10, that shouldn't really be there. I guess in my enthusiasm, I went a little bit faster than I needed to. So let me get rid of that. You can just drag it out. Just drag it right off the bar. And this is my real number here, 7 or so. But the thing that helps is sometimes it get a little quirky, whatever, but it's not really quirky, it's just getting used to it, is the fact that as you notice there's a line that's moving towards that last column. And that line lets you align it. This is a great tool that InDesign have and quite a few other programs have. This line lets you see where it's going to line up at. And I want it to line up right here on this margin. And look at that. Wow, great, isn't it? Now you're looking at everything else, you're like, oh man, that's so freaking fantastic. I'm going to take the hide hidden characters off. And look at that. Nice, clean space in between. And you can go in there as need be and straighten it out. But guess what? So let's say, for instance, say, for instance, I'll take this out. Mr. Francis, we would like to add a few more names to the list. Okay, so I go to Microsoft Word or whatever they gave me the information, or I type it in, I key it in. Dan, tab, New York, tab, NY, New York, tab, 10016. Okay, it's not aligning, right? Exactly. So now I'm going to go down, I did actually I'm going to do a hard return versus a soft return. And Command V, paste that information also. You see, it's the exact same thing. Everything is there, but it's not aligned. So what do? Here go the fun part. Instead of going through having to tab it, all I have to do is just select everything and the one line above it that's already tabbed. And the second that I do that, maybe 2 lines I'll grab. You just have to click. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to add anything into it. Just go up there and click any one of the existing tabs that's there, and it'll automatically align everything to it. And once that's done, it makes life a whole lot easier. And let me zoom out. And as you can see, wow, it's there. I just have a little extra stuff there I just want to get rid of. I don't need it. I already showed you what I wanted to show you. And I will hide the, let me just hide this here. Oh boy, you know when you're so like trying to show stuff and you rushing, hide frame edges. That's what I wanted to hide. And as you can see, that's bueno. Good. Bueno. You probably don't see that until I expand it. Bueno. Good. Muy bien. Okay? That's the way it needs to be done. I don't need this anymore. I can come out of this. I'm not going to save it, but as you can see, this makes a whole lot more sense because now I can go in and I could move things over as I need. If I want to bring that a little closer, I can get in there and do it versus the other way around, which would take me God knows how much time to get done. And that's my tip of the day, and we will be back later with something new as far as what to do with tabs. If you have any questions about tabs or anything, other than looking at the video again, send me an email. Or there's much sites online, many, mucho sites online that'll explain how to do tabs. But I think I just showed you the quickest way of doing it without going through the whole hassle of, oh my God, I can't figure it out. If you can't figure it out, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to back you up. We're designers. We have to stay strong. We have to work together as a team. We have to create as well as we put out. That's it. I'm out. Thanks again. This is Dan, Mr. Go-To Man or Go-To Guy.